Hey guys, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look for you. It's kind of like my modern take, a very wearable version of an inspired 60s mod type of look. And it's really easy to do. This is a Sigma sponsored video and there is a huge giveaway towards the end, so stay tuned for that and I really hope you guys enjoy this look. I'm just mixing a little bit of the Boujois Healthy Mix Foundation along with the Almay TLC foundation, and I'm using the Sigma Tapered Kabuki brush. Okay, now I'm going to take the Faced Natural Face palette and I'm just going to use this Brighten. It's kind of like a eye brightener concealer, and I'm just going to brighten underneath my eyes with that. And I'm using the medium angled shading brush. This is a synthetic brush, so it works well for this. Just want to brighten up underneath the eyes, see how big of a difference that makes. Then with a tapered face brush and the Coty Spun loose face powder, I'm just going to set my face, really get some powder into the brush, and then tap it off. And I especially want to set around the eyes, especially like the brightener or concealer. Make sure I set everything. And now I'm just softly filling in my brows with this small angled brush and this Vincent Longo by brow powder. Looks like that. And I'm just going to prime my lids. The one I'm using today is the Smashbox Photofinish lid primer. I'm just going to apply that on top and underneath. Just smooth that out. Now going into my sleek Oh So Special palette, I'm going to take my Tapered Blending brush and go into Beau, which is just like a kind of off-white creamy color. Apply this all the way on my lid up into the brow bone. It's not going to give too much color, but it's just going to help blend things out a little bit easier. Going into the Male, I don't know, I think these names are kind of funny, which is pretty much just like a tannish color, a matte tan color. Using the same brush, I'm just going to apply that into the contours of my eye. Even though I know with the 60s it was a bit more of a harsh look, I think on someone, you know, with more hooded eyes like myself, this sort of just helps build up a little bit more depth this way. Okay, now using the small tapered blending brush, because it kind of comes to a fine point, which will make this part a little bit easier, I'm going to go into Box. And really, you can use any shades that you have that are similar. You don't even have to use like warm tones like this. I want to look forward, and I want this to actually show up a little bit above the fold of my eye here. So I'm going to just start applying this just like this. And I'm going to bring it all the way in, pretty like close to my tear duct right here. Do the same on the other side. And then I'm just going to gradually deepen it. Now I'm going to go into Uemura, which is this black matte shade, using this really fine tip eyeliner brush. Dip this right into the black and make lining it with a liquid liner or whatever you want to use later on much easier. And I'm just tapering it, having it thinner on the inside and thicker on the outside right here. But I do want to wing this out. Just flick this line out and then just bring it back in. And then with what I have remaining on the brush, I actually want to just sort of like tickle this right underneath my lower lash line. And I'm going to go just a little bit below where my natural lash line falls. and go almost all the way in. I'm just going to leave the inner tear duct untouched. And I do also want to just sort of give a bit more of a sharper edge with whatever is remaining on the brush. So this is going to be very, very faint. So just kind of going at the edge here. I'm going to curl the lashes, apply mascara, and also apply some false lashes. Just using the Max Factor False Lash Effect mascara. And these are the lashes I'm going to be applying. They're the Red Cherry in 205. And now at this point you would go over the lash line with your liquid liner. Okay, now for some finishing touches, I'm just going to go back into that Too Faced palette and take the Bronze Veil and the large powder brush. It's just going to help warm up my face a little bit because I feel like I really could use some warmth. And then for my lips, I do want to keep them, you know, kind of light and soft. It's just going to bring more attention to the eyes. So I'm actually going to use the cream blush in here, which I know might seem a little weird, but when I'm in a pinch, like I really love to carry this with me when I'm traveling. I will use that as a lip color and it actually looks pretty good. So I'm just going to use my fingers and dab that across my lips. It's like a really pretty nude peachy look on my lip. Alright, so we've reached the end. Hope you guys like it. Please let me know what you think down below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the look. And now on to the giveaway. All you have to do is let me know down below if you were able to like go back in time, what fashion era would you want to be in? Like, you know, I did the 60s era and I really think like women look so beautiful during the 60s, so I would totally want to be in the 60s. What about you guys? You can enter as many times as you want. I'm going to have this giveaway open for about a week, and good luck. I will see you in my next video. Bye!